hello there. Hey, how you doing? Is that Clint? Hey, Clint, I'm doing all right. I hope you are too, man. Anybody? Yeah, there's somebody on it. Hey, guys, if you're just stopping in, I'm doing a basic guitar tutorial. I'm working on Hey Joe right now, but these strings are cutting my fingers down here when you go to do this little. So I do it up here. It is. The strings are dead on about like these though. But I busted my B strings on other guitars around here, so I'm kind of down the trigger now. I got a Yamaha over here, but I'm really scared I might bust them. So I'm just going to pull the trigger. Anyhow, guys, that's it's Hey Joe. I don't know if you guys know that. Maybe y'all know it better than I do. But if you don't, I want to show you the chords for it if you're interested. And howdy. Uh, I'll tell you a couple of interesting things I learned about this song. I don't know if you won't care about this stuff, but I'll tell you. First of all, even though you start off in C, okay? That's where the chord starts. I mean, when you start the chorus, C, D, A, E. C, it's C, G, E, A. But it's actually in E. The song is actually in E. That's something where Hendrix was they say he was real swift at, mixing the major and minor pentatonic. Probably E minor. But anyway, just so you know that the song is in E, but it starts in C. I mean, that's an interesting fact to me. For those of you that care about that kind of stuff. And that's the lick. It's off the B string. And you could juice it up a little more if you wanted to. If I can find it again. Maybe do it twice. I don't know. Whatever floats your boat. Maybe pull off on the A before you hit the E. But this thing here, guys, I have to do it up here because y'all see how high them strings set? Look at that, guys. I know you can see it. And they cut my fingers when I try to do that. So I don't do it. I just go up over. That's trigger. Good evening, guys. Yeah. Well, Jimi Hendrix actually, it was done a bluesy in the country, Jimi Hendrix style. And he incorporated the open basic cowboy chords. If you look at the song, if you look at the chords for this song, guys, it's C. Now, these are not in order, but I just want to tell you, it spells that little thing called caged. You might have heard that somewhere if you're into music theory. But anyhow, and he's got an E in there. Even though it starts on C, usually any song, guys, when you play it, usually it starts in the key that the song starts on, But in this case, he mixed the scales. So cool. Yeah, I'm having mine set up. Yeah, that is cool, man. Yeah, you gotta get that set up, man, and tear the fingers up. Hope you guys are having a great day there too, and thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. If this is your first time here, fellas, I'm just an old grandpa who loves to do basic music stuff. What do you play? Oh, yeah, that's a good question. If you look on my channel, Scott, You'll see I got about 670 videos up there. Anything from Michael Jackson on down to Charlie Pride and everything in between. I just play a variety of stuff. I love country, but I play all of it, except even a little classical. And I ain't good at it, but Beethoven, y'all can tell I'm learning. Well, you got to anything, guys. It really don't matter. ACDC, you guys like that stuff. And I got a little bit on my channel. Yeah. Uh, just all kinds of stuff. Yeah. What does it say? I was thinking, is it possible to play themes from the good, the bad, the ugly? Well. You mean the one with Lee Marvin and Clint Eastwood? Well. I don't know. I have to check that out. I don't know. It may be on an electric. I don't know. But wow, that's a good question. And anyway, guys, thank you for stopping in. If you have any questions about anything, comments, please ask me because I'm trying to get watch time and subscribers on my channel. Clint Eastwood and Lee Van Cleef, yeah. Yeah, I remember that. He throws a cigar down. Well, I don't even know if he throws a cigar down, yeah. I tell you, one of my favorite movies, I'm drifting off what we was talking about in Clint Eastwood, was Two Mules from Sister Sarah. I don't know if y'all ever saw that, or For Sister Sarah or something. That was one he did. And what, Left Turn Clyde, of course, you got to get that in there because that's my name. Anyhow, fellas, if you have any questions about any song progressions or any basic stuff, please feel free to ask. I'm sure we got some guitar players in here, and you know, some of you guys may know more than I do about this stuff. So if some of you guys are just now starting, this would be a good time to ask questions. That's what I try to use this forum, this thing for. I hate to disappoint y'all. I ain't gonna sit here and play covers because you already done been left. But I play, a bunch of stuff just to make a point, guys. Learn your chords. And that's what I'm doing. Now, my favorite Clint Eastwood was Unforgiven. Yeah, I don't know. I seen some of them Dirty Harry movies. They were pretty dark to me. I mean, he wasted some dudes all over the wall back in the day. Yeah. Anyhow, music stuff. Guys, basic stuff like how to find your strings, how to identify your strings, how to find octaves or what they call intervals. Octaves and intervals, actually an interval is only one distance between another on the note. How to, find your C major scale. You can find it all over the fretboard. There's a couple ways I can do it on trigger without cutting my fingers. And your A minor pentatonic. I'm currently working on shapes for all the 5 shapes. I'm taking some serious tutorials on that. I've got 2 of them, I think, memorized out of the 5 for 1 key. So it's a lot of work learning these shapes and triad spells. And you don't have to do that. That's the good news if you want to play guitar. But if you want to advance and you want them kind of guys that want to know what makes something work, then you probably want to learn that stuff. Anyhow. Any other questions or comments? Well, y'all talking about darkest. I'm going to do some little dark. If I can. a little, I call that kind of dark vibe. Anyway, fellas, that kind of stuff. What does that say? Oh, I ain't got no more. Is the pick necessary? It is if you can keep up with it. It's not necessary, really. Uh, I got several of them, but I lose them fast as I get them. I can't keep up with them, so I pick with my fingers, guys. It gives it a different sound. And for me, it personally, what's that? What you hear some of them guys say, it gives me a connection with the keyboard, I reckon. Uh, a pick has its advantages versus fingerstyle, just one versus the other. Uh, Example, if you wanted to do a Robert Johnson piece, I don't, if you guys in Robert Johnson kind of blues, he had this thing going on up here with his finger, boom, 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 boom. He kept a one and two and three and four bass line going. But the chords that he picked, uh, you have to have open fingers. The, yeah, and I ain't very good at that. I'm working on this. So a pick gives a different sound. It's louder, more bolder. Playing with your fingers are more, I guess you call it warmer or lighter. Plus, you have more you have more freedom to pluck around. Anyhow, KSDN5SY XS. Is that a KS? I'm hoping you was on one of my lives, because if that ain't where you came and I don't remember you, I'm in trouble. But I think you were on one of my lives, buddy, if I ain't sure. And y'all bear with me, guys. I'm an old man. I can't remember yesterday real good. Yeah, yeah. Nylon are great, man. Hammer-ons can be quite hard on steel string. And if you got one like this, it ain't even set good. Look how high this thing sets up here. Y'all see that? That's about a quarter inch off the neck. And so I can't even do a lot of, this E string here cuts my finger. So I have to be careful. But yeah, you want to have a good set guitar. Nylon's great. I actually have one. I just don't have it here. It's down at the other house. Ellie plays bass. Yeah, man, there's so many awesome channels out there now. To be honest with you, if I thought about this, I wouldn't even try to make a channel, because I ain't really, I ain't know what you call an awesome player. Nothing. But there's so many of them out there now. And while we're talking about awesome players, and I got some of you guys here, as a small channel, I try to encourage development of other small channels. I think we ought to help one another. And I want to tell you guys about a dude named, what is it? Salty Alaskan. That's right, salt like salt and pepper, Salty Alaskan, 79. Uh, I went to one of his lives last night. It's the family story to me that's what's so interesting about this guy. I really am a family dude. Anyway, his son is one of my followers on my channel. And we were talking, in the chat here one day, and he yelled out, "My daddy fire on guitar. I mean, my daddy can play." And that touched my heart, because that's the kid looking up to his old man. And hopefully he will learn those songs and the riffs from his old man, because his old man is good. Now, he's been playing about 30 years on and off, kind of like me. And he's up there in Alaska where it's so cold you can't even hardly move. Awesome. But his name is, again, Salty Alaskan 79 is his channel. I hope you guys consider looking him up. He deserves some. He plays rock and stuff most of you guys can probably relate to. Me, I play old country, but he plays Pink Floyd. AC/DC, and I don't even know some of all them groups that play. He is awesome. I sat in about an hour with him last night over here watching. Yes, there is. There's a lot more to it. There's a lot more to it. And pitch, if you're talking about pitch on a guitar and pitch versus your singing, yeah, guys, there's a lot to this stuff. I'm not trying to downplay any of the theory. It's certainly worth getting into if you're into that. Myself, I personally took it on my own to catch up, from 100 years ago where I left off. So I'm learning things like, first inversion of basic triads and stuff like that myself now. And I can't even make some of these chord shapes up here on this thing without cutting my fingers. But yeah, that kind of stuff is important. All this is very important. But if you want to be a front porch picker, all you need to know is about three chords and maybe what's that old Harlan Howard said, three chords and the truth. And that's kind of it, but not really. Certainly there are more chords. But the more you know, the better, the more it expands your ability to create and play. Anyhow, thank you for bringing that up. That's an excellent point. Very, very, very good point. And guys, if you're a singer, I don't usually get into singing on here because I don't really consider myself a singer. Not these days. Back when I was young, I tried. But developing pitch and developing your ear, little exercises you can do. Things like listening. I do it all the time. This is the one I do, guys. I don't know if y'all care. That's the C note if my guitar's in tune. I hum that C note in my head. What's that, D sharp or C flat? I try to go around, matching those tones in my head just for practice when you're playing a riff. G's kind of hard for me to get sometimes. Those kind of things help you with your pitch if you want to be a singer. But again, this ain't about singing lessons. Any other questions or comments, guys? I appreciate that. That was a good one. Don't gotta be a singer to tell a story. No, you don't. Thank you, brother. Yeah, now you sound like a real live guitar player there, bud. Jocko, that's my mascot out there raising canes, y'all. If y'all can hear it, I'm sure you can. I don't know, he's ragged about something. He's about this tall, he thinks he's a big bulldog. I don't, Pickapoo or some kind of something, yeah. Jocko. Y'all see, man, we have to keep him on a little thing so he won't get hurt. He don't know he's little. Yeah. Chords definitely paint a color to the story that someone's telling. On this channel, though, we mainly focus on chords, because that's what 3/4 country. Anyway, there's no questions and no comments that are all, dogfight. And Chaco couldn't find his way out of wet paper bag. He just don't know that yet. And the other one's scared of his shadow or her shadow. But they put on, they play all the time. I guess that means they're all right. Moscow, wow. Hello, Moscow. Hey, my brother, how you doing, man? I'm honored to have a guitarist in the group. Have you heard of Dwayne Eddy? No, I haven't. Is that Dwayne Eddy? No, I haven't. Guys, there's so many folks I hadn't heard of. I live down in the Philippines, and I'm in the jungle, and I'm pretty much removed from civilization. I ain't listened to the radio in 10 years. I don't watch TV. The only thing I do is this YouTube. And I started actively doing it about 6 months ago here on my channel. Let's see. If you make a C chord, use the same fingers to make a G chord. It's easier the way to change other chords. That's a good thought. Let me try that. If you make a C chord, use the same fingers. Now I can't do that. I have to change fingers. You know what I do? That I just change them. I've been doing this stuff so long. But another good tip, and that's a good tip for beginners. Y'all learn how to do the C add 9 thing and the G, which ain't nothing more than playing. You know, right there. Actually, it's the B string on the third. Would that be third fret? I'm looking at it upside down. Yeah, the third fret. Or you can plant both of them. That's your basic Wonderwall, you know, E minor, G. But you can transfer between G and C with just nothing but moving these two fingers here. If if you're starting out having trouble with making changing chords, that kind of thing. Can I play Good Riddance by Green Day? I don't think so, but thank you for asking. And guys, I'm like y'all. I have to go learn chord lyrics, and that'd be like me asking you, can you play, I don't know, I Saw Light by Hank Williams. Just a very simple song, but chances are you wouldn't know it if you've never listened to it. So no, I'm sorry. G, C, to F. Let's see, what's that? G, C, F. Let's see. Now that sounds like an exercise I don't know if I want to do. I'm gonna tell you, fellas, I'm lazy. I just got to the point, you know, I change them like that, but that's a point there. That makes me think. And I guess you could do that by making your G like this, and you got your C right there anyhow. Yeah, is that right? A guitar man down there? C to your G, and this will give you that sus thing, or you could take that finger off and get a sus. I'm just lazy. I have it. Keep the same finger because, yeah. Thank you, John. And guys, look, if you got any questions about music, this would be a good time to ask. It sounds to me like we got some serious guitar pickers in here. And a lot of those guys follow me, not because I can teach them anything. In fact, most of them teach me stuff, but for support. And that's what this channel should be about. Helping one another grow as a musician or guitarist, whatever you want to call yourself. I hope this will be a learning channel. I don't really sit here and play covers for you guys. I see a lot of awesome guitarists sit there and play, but they don't explain a thing about how they're doing it. And if you don't know it, you ever heard the old saying, give a man a fish, you feed him for a day, but if you teach him how to fish, you feed him for life. And that's kind of my philosophy behind this. Anyhow, howdy. Sub 7-2 gaming, is that 2? Anyway, I probably bored y'all enough with that stuff. I want to show y'all this thing. This is, what's that Sultan to Swing thing? I know y'all have heard this. It's down here, it starts in D minor. Where's my D minor? That's my C, so that gotta be my D. C sharp minor, next one be a D, yeah? I don't even play down here. Is that right for the D? And it goes to a bar power chord, and there's a lot of stuff you can do there. But you can play this down here open position by just using your open D minor. It's only got one bar chord. If you play it this way, that should be flat. And it's easier. And there's another version I've seen where you put a capo on the third fret and you use A minor, C, and a G. Just a lot of ways to get around these bar chords. Well, but anyway, this one. Da 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 ba bum. That's basically just. It makes me think of Eric Clapton's Layla almost. It's just changing the tempo. Da 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 ba. And that's what I would be doing down here in D minor if I could do it without cutting my fingers. Uh, then and then go back to the D minor, and then F major 7. I think it is. I just use this kind of F. Just ways to get around songs, guys. That's what my channel's about. Howdy. Sure, Choosy, please ask it. Choosy turnip. I love turnips and I miss them. I ain't had no collard greens and turnips and I don't know when. Anyhow, what's your question? Please ask. How old am I? I'm 69, and thank you for asking. Yeah, I'm probably old as Methuselah compared to some of you kids or young folks, but yeah. Guys, I'll tell you something about getting old. This is what I want you to know if you ain't there yet. First of all, if you get here or there, wherever that is, consider yourself lucky. Guys, I've got brothers younger than me and my own children that have passed on before me. Uh, as hard as this life is, it's worth holding on to. And so, old age is a blessing. It's a blessing and a curse because you ache, you hurt, you're irritable, you grouch, and get one of these things up on your chin here. What is that called? Boo-boo. I thought boo-boo, get rid of it, but it's there. So growing old can be a blessing. Anyhow, enough about that. Any other questions? Yo, Matt. Howdy, man. Guys, please consider liking or not liking the video, whatever your preference is. That will help my YouTube algorithm. I indeed am a small channel, guys, and I am not a professional. Like I said, if I'd given this any thought, I wouldn't even be doing it. But I'm knee deep in it now. I'm about 1,600 or 1,700 hours toward my 4,000. And truth of it is only one video, just one video got me 500 plus watch hours. The rest of them I've had to struggle with because I ain't had another, what do you call it, one hit wonder? I ain't had no more. I've been grinding. This is a grind. But I'm going to get there, and that's why I'm doing these live streams to encourage you guys to consider looking at my videos. Maybe you guitarists might see a chord progression like, I hope you use me like Chordify or whatever if you want to use a song or learn a song. Anyhow, I guess I've ranted enough. Now, I'm trying to think of some other songs. I was working on Hey Joe before you guys came in here. And I started cutting my finger on my E string, so I had to figure I had to do this little, 4, 5. But Hey Joe, guys, is an interesting song. Even though it starts in C, it's actually in the key of E. Because Jimi Hendrix was good at mixing majors and minors. And you can take this and make it as elaborate you want. Play your, you can give it booger up here in your E minor pentatonic, you can get up there and play licks. But the basic open chords for this, guys, are the cave system, which I find kind of funny. C, these are not in order, but A, G, E, and I think, is it D? I think it is. We'll see if there's a D in there, maybe not. Or C-A-G-E. It starts off like this, guys. It doesn't. Kind of like that. That's a 2 to 4 on your B string, and from your G, third fret. However many times you feel like sliding that bad boy in there, boom. And you actually could take it further than that. You can take that G and you can just pluck around there in that E shape. And then again, it's actually one along that line. And it's C over G actually, if you want to call it. A, now you could practice hammering, hammering the E. That's just something, the basic stuff, guys. Yeah, pentatonic E. Thank you, John. Yeah, they're in the E minor pentatonic. And thank you for bringing that up. And guys, I'm telling y'all, look, we got a guitarist in here. Y'all better ask him questions while you got him. Now, I'll tell you all I know about the E minor. Guys, and I forgot this. I did it a year ago. And some guitarist asked me the other day, the E minor pentatonic. God, I done forgot it in the open position, but I'm going to show it to you. Third fret E. And that's all it is to it, guys. Third fret E. On your B, you go to your third fret. And a lot of your blues licks are around it. In that little box. And that's really the only blues shape I know. So thank you for bringing up the E minor. Hey, guys. I'm doing all right. I hope you guys are. And is Litzneck Carl? I can't even say your name, but howdy. I know you was on one of my lives. I might be the only girl on. Hey, Bingo, welcome back, young lady. I usually don't get a lot of girls, and it kind of hurts my feelings because, if I maybe thought maybe if I looked like, I don't know, who's these hunks nowadays? I don't even know them. But anyway, Bingo, guys, is a very special young lady. She knows a lot about music history. Y'all learn some stuff from her. She can tell you who wrote the song, what year, and a whole lot of facts about music. She's just got that kind of mind for that kind of stuff. Yes. Yes, John. Yes. Wow. Guys, y'all please, yeah, well, that's true, Bingo. I know it's true. Everybody's seen you doesn't know, but you're older than John Wayne. I don't know how old John Wayne was, but I think the dude, what was he, 70-something when he passed? I'm 69, so I think I'm still a little younger than the dude. Not much, but I'm a few years younger. Anyhow, any other questions, fellas? Comments is cool. Any of them are fine. I know guys gonna be guys. I don't even mind ribbing. I just ask y'all be nice to one another. A G7, is that what it is, 67? Lower Ronnie or 67? 49, 67. Okay, y'all still, okay. All right, we got a few youngers in here, and we got some folks around my age. Lord Ronnie, John Wayne would have been past 150. See there, look at that, what she just thought of. I really don't even know how old he would have been. Bingo is the go-to, guys, if y'all want to know about music stuff. She's just awesome with that stuff. 67 is a meme, like a troll. Oh, you mean like, oh, in the Philippines, 6'7", 6'7". What they do, tick tap, 6'7". I see the kids around 6'7", whatever. And I still don't know what it means, but now I got it. It's a troll. Okay. Well, thank you for letting me know that. You should play Minecraft. Guys, I used to play Minecraft. I've got 400 something Steam games. I'm locked out of my Steam account for some reason. I used to have two gaming computers, and I don't want to digress because we're here for music, but I develop video games. I do 2D stuff. On itch.io, I've got 4 or 5 games. If y'all ever go there, look up my name, Clyde Lampley, and you'll find them. And I do some amateur, and I quote, amateur 3D development with 3D engines. So I love playing games, and I love trying to make them. Yeah. Any other questions or comments, guys? It is probably a trait autistic people have, a great knowledge of the subject. Yeah, guys, I'm going to let y'all know this if you don't know it, because Bingo just told y'all. Bingo is autistic. If you ever seen The Rain Man, you Dustin Hoffman, uh, brilliant. He could look at numbers and calculate numbers and stuff. Won his brother a bunch of money out there in Vegas. But autistic people uh, have a tendency, their norepinephrine fires way on faster than normal folks. And guys, they have a tendency to get worked up real easy. So I would ask you guys to be mindful of on the channel. Again, ribbon means okay, but you never know who's on the channel with you. So you guys be nice to one another, because my moderator's asleep right now. Anyhow, a bingo is a bingo, bingo. 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6. Like that? Yeah. Fellas, again, if you have any question about music, please ask it. While we got some guitarists here, there's a couple of them in the, at least one I see here. Don't do 6 7, okay. The kids down in Manila taught me 6 7. They thought it was cute. I went to Manila and they come up, say 6 7. I really don't even know what it means today. I don't keep up with y'all's new jargon. Now, I am gonna clip this. Clip, let's clip what? What's a clip mean? These new gens. Yeah. Guys, there's so many gens, behind me, I don't even know what number we on our letter in the alphabet now. X, Y, Z. I really don't even know what, but I know this. I was a kid like all y'all at one time, and we can be rowdy if we want to. Back in my day, we used to go around for fun. We'd take a baseball bat on a Friday night, get in the car, ride out in the country, and we get out there way in the country. When we find a mailbox up there, we'd knock it off. We'd just knock it off. We'd run by there and swap it off with a bat just to aggravate people. And what is it? Juvenile behavior. So I understand that you're going to have that. I just ask you guys to try to be, keep it reined in here on the channel, if you don't mind. Yeah. Anyhow, guys, y'all have any questions about music? Yeah, I was living back in. I don't know when that was, but I was. Yeah, guys, I've been fortunate to see a lot of stuff. Okay, now I don't know if he's talking to him, talking to me. But anyhow, guys, I have lived through a lot of stuff, guys. When you're born in the 50s, guys, I saw the Beatles when they first came to America. I mean, I was, when we first got one of them round TVs. And now, on our show, in Liverpool, England, the Beatles. And they went crazy, guys. The girls went crazy. That's what got me about them. I don't know why, but they did. So I got to see that. I got to see the Rolling Stones, Paul Revere and the Raiders. just a bunch of groups, musical groups. And unfortunately, I got to see a lot of bad history. I came up during, right there when segregation was still a big issue in the States and in my part of the world particularly. And John F. K. assassination. What is his brother? Was it Bobby? Which one was it? Got one of them got the other one got assassinated. Martin Luther King. All this stuff, guys. Vietnam War. Uh, Woodstock, all that stuff. So I've got to see quite a lot of stuff through my years. Uh, but the fundamental thing about all of it is people still people, and we still got feelings, and we still the same. We just have a different way of expressing it now. Yeah, we lived out in the country too. Woodstock was crazy. Yeah, I didn't get to go because I didn't have no money. Look at there. Y'all look at Bingo. She popped that stuff up there just out of, probably out of her head. I, Amazing. Yeah, that was 63. I remember I was sitting on a swing out in the yard. And we didn't have no swings on it, but we had, the poles, them little frames. And I was sitting on the side of the A-frame, and I heard this. And I don't even know why it bothered me. I just knew something was bad going on. I was a kid. Back when there was a Cold War with Russia, guys, you know what they told us to do? We actually had drills where get under your desk, basically cover your butt and give your butt to God because your heart belongs to, or your whatever belongs to the bomb. That wasn't no protection, but that's what we did. So a lot of stuff, guys, a lot of stuff. Yeah, you could get a job with no degrees, man. Sure you can. Uh, you can get a better job with a degree, but you can sure get a job without one. Hi, CC. Hello, CC. I remember you from this morning, on my morning. Thank you for coming back. Fellas, again, this is about music, and I hope you guys will consider, liking or not liking the video, and maybe even watching some of them, and subscribe if you feel like it might be any benefit to you at all. Anyhow, let me see. Trying to think of something else. And if y'all don't know who this is or what this is my little $40 guitar. I call it Trigger. Got plastic pegs on it. Won't hold the tune too long. And the strings are about dead and rusted. Y'all see here? These are very cheap strings. That's how they weld them together, I reckon. I don't know. But this is what I'm using right now. And I'm using it because I busted all those strings on my other guitar. High on C. Bingo Healer. High on C. C? Let's see. Could you get a job with no degree? Okay, I'm missing the chat here. I'm trying to stay with you guys, but I guess I'm gonna have to do this. What I love most about it, it can be cathartic. That's a big old word, but yeah, it can be. Uh, Music, guys, means different things to different people. But every one of us should, everybody has motives for playing. I saw an excellent musician talk about this on his channel. He was talking about how he aspired to be a rock star, like, I don't know, Billy Joel, somebody, whoever at the time. And I mean, he played. He was an excellent player, probably a Berkeley graduate or something. But he never made he never made it to rockdom. But he had an epiphany, or is that another big word? Yeah, a stairway to heaven. I can. It's on my channel, and I'd appreciate you look at it. I'll try to get a lick when I finish what I'm talking about of it, if I can remember the chords. Also, bread, what is that, if? It is the feeling of something being therapeutic and kind of healing. Wow, there we go. Yes. Anyhow, that's what this guy said. He said playing guitar helps you find you now, not in the future. Now, connecting with your inner self and able to express your emotions or whatever through music. And guys, the more you play this thing, the more you will develop a relationship with it. I mean, it's an inanimate object, but you'd be surprised how easy it is to get bogged down in this thing. You learn nuances that you never thought you'd learn. And the more you try to learn about it, the more you understand there's more you need to learn. But anyhow, yeah. So that's how I approach guitar, guys. That journey on guitar is yours, however far you want to go. Some folks want to be weekend warriors, and that's okay. Others want to be, aspire to be rock stars. That's okay too. You're gonna need more. It's just like if you want to go to space, well, you're gonna need a rocket, high power rocket with some fuel to get there. Yeah. Well, if you want to soar a little bit, you might be able to get by with a glider. You learn what you want to learn. Is my point, guys. It's an individual journey. Anyhow, enough about that kind of stuff. You guys have any other comments, questions? I'd love to hear them. While we have guitarists in the group, I really would like you guys to ask questions and stuff. And even you guitarists, if you got questions to ask me, please ask me. I'll try to answer. If I know it, if I don't, I'll tell you I don't. You know, uh, that's what this is about, a learning thing. That's what I want my channel to be about. Not sit here and play songs and show y'all how good or how bad I play, but to learn. And that's the focus of it. Anyhow, I tend to love this D minor chord, guys, because it's sad. If I can make it again, I don't even know if I can make it. E minor, the A minor to D minor. To an E7 and you twang on that beat, and it gives it an E7 another flavor. And if you really want to get with it, you can do the bottom two strings like this. That gives it a little different sound, a growl, but that's kind of like, with Dust in the Wind. It's got that sad, melancholic, oh, yours, dust in the wind. Yeah. So those chords actually relate to modes also, which is something you'll learn later. You sure can. I'm getting buy me a coffee thing put up just so that I can get a buy me a strings fund. Guys, I live 700 miles from Manila. I'm in the jungle down here in the Philippines. And actually, the closest other place is a whole day's ride there and back to buy strings. So I've got 5 guitars and only 2 or 3 sets of strings. So I use them sparingly. But yeah, as soon as I can figure out how to get that up, you definitely can. And thank you for the thought. I was in Manila. I'm not now. Was. It's the operative word. I went there for about a month on family business with my girlfriend's family, weddings, trying to get her kid a job, various things, a memorial, whatever, all kind of stuff they had going on that Filipinos are big on, celebrating death anniversaries and all this kind of stuff. So we were there for that kind of thing. And I didn't even have a guitar, and that's where I picked up this Yamaha. I got a Yamaha over here in that case, there's a black case, and I busted the strings on that one over there. And I've got a couple others. So I'm down the trigger right now. Anyway, any other questions, fellas? Please ask. I appreciate it. And the more y'all ask, the less I got to play. Here's one by John Lennon. Easy three chord, pretty much three chord song. Okay, C, and I think you lift that finger up, it's a C major 7. Not a C7 like this, but a C major 7. Imagine all the people. Now I'm using an F, you could probably use an F7, it'd sound better. I don't know. I use F. Imagine if you can. Imagine there's no heaven. Easy if you try. Those three chords repeat right there. And then when you get ready to go to the bridge, you go to an A minor. Imagine all the people. Now, people is two chords. Half of it, people, people. C over G. People, 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 people. C over G7, G7. People living. And then you go back. What is the chord? Or what is it? Living. I done forgot the other chords. And I did a tutorial on it. What the heck? Anyway, that's three pretty chords right there. John Lennon, my favorite Beatle. Wow. December 9th, 1980. Wow, bingo. You are good with history and nostalgia. Wow. Okay, that's one. Now here's another one. I like y'all ever heard Billy Ocean? Let's see. Was it? Used to think that love was just a fairy tale. Well, actually, it should be an F7. If I can make it. Till that first hello, what? Until that first. Wait a minute, I'll get it, guys. Suddenly, life has new meaning to me. There's a beauty up above. Kind we never, what? E7 or E major 7. Again, this one here. Never take notice of till you F major 7. And you what? Wake up and suddenly you're in love. Stuff like that, guys. Pretty simple stuff. Love Billy Ocean. Still got my mom's Beatle vinyl. Wow, that is so cool. Hold on to that. It probably already is a collector's item or a collectible piece. Last string. What about the last string? That last string is a booger, guys. It tears my fingers up. Look how high this thing sets off the. We ain't got no things, what you call luthiers down here. I get an Allen wrench and I try to adjust it if I want to. But anyhow. Any other comments or questions while you're here? I appreciate y'all being here, and I thank you. And if you got questions, ask them, okay? Because if you don't, you might be wasting your time. I'm gonna be here because I'm my job right now. Can you play Amazing Grace? Sure. Now I play it with a D7. You can play in D, G, and A, or any three chords that you like to play in. But I play it D, G, and A. Yeah, let me get a shot of this coffee over here because I need some gold juice. It's over there somewhere. I got to get it. I'll be right back, Bill. Okay. I'll try to do Amazing Grace for you. Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Was grace that dawned my heart to feel. Choco, grace my fears relief. How precious been that grace of the hour I first believed. And it goes on and on. When we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as, and then it goes way up there. The sun, we no less days to sing God's praise. And you can probably play it with a D7. Then when we first begun, and you could definitely play it in another key. And there are probably some more chords to this song, but that's the bare bones of it, guys. Anyhow, thank you. I appreciate that, guys. If you don't mind, hit the like or don't like. It'll help the algorithm. I need all the help I can get. I promise you. Anyhow, thank you for asking for that. Old stuff like that, guys, I play because I grew up listening to. An old country. I don't need tabs for that stuff. I know it. But a lot of these songs, new stuff like Rod Stewart and my God, that was 40 years ago now, I think. Wasn't Rod Stewart's Maggie May and all that about 30, 40 years ago? I got that on my channel, but to me, that's rock. Or, Billy Joel's Piano Man and Elton John, Daniel, old rock, old stuff like that. You want to hear Old Rugged Cross that makes you nostalgic. Here's the one. Here's my chord. It's the chord in between. It's for a turnaround. This one right here I like. It's a turnaround. It'd be a G7. I guess you call it a sus if you take that finger off. But I like that chord because it's like a D minor. This chord needs to be resolved somewhere. That chord, it's just one of them chords that when I think about old country, I think about this chord right here. I've heard it so much. Yeah. Guys, thank you for your questions. I really appreciate them. Now, what did y'all ask for? Somebody asked for Old Rugged Cross. Now, guys, that's the same chords I just used for Amazing Grace because I play in the key of D. I mean, I just, I can kind of sing around the chords I don't know. And there are a lot of them. You can decorate it up as much as you want to. Like putting on, a pair of pants and a jacket and a shirt. You can put a tie on it, then you can put a little, flower down there in your little hanky. You can dress it up with other chords and progressions if you know, fill-ins. On a hill far, that's too high. On a hill far away stood an old rugged cross, the emblem of suffering and shame. And I love that old cross with nearest and best. For world lost sinners were slain. There's that D7 I was talking about. So, let's see. Cherish the old rugged cross. Let me try and see. On a hill far away stood an old rugged cross, the emblem of suffering and shame. Let me try and G. On a hill far away. I think I might have to stick with D. Let me try A. I ain't tried A. On a hill far away stood an old rugged cross, the emblem of suffering and shame. Anyway, guys, those are the chords I use. And now let me get back to D. And now cherish the old rugged cross. Feel my trophies at last I lay down, and I will cling to the old rugged cross. And I got where I go. And it changes someday for a crown. Something along them lines. Silent Night, a great teaching song, yeah. Guys, I got stuck in this BG and A thing a long time ago, which seems to work for me most of the time. But Sweet Home Alabama is DG and A. Country Roads is Almost Heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Right there are D, G, and A, and C in this case, and E minor. Wow, bingo, that's cool. AC/DC. Only one I know from AC/DC is, and I only know the riff. I really don't know how to play it. Highway to Hell, because that's a classic. Again, D, G, and A. That's a D, G, slide down to your F sharp, and to your A, and it's just repeated. Highway to Hell. Or another one by them. What is that, Thunderstruck? And no, I can't play it, but it's 4/7, I'll tell you the fret. 5'8", 5'6", 7'8". 4'7", 5'6", 7". Then it's 12'10". 12'10'9", and it's 160 beats a minute, guys. So I don't play it. I just try to do the riffs. Yeah. So since you're from Alabama, I'm gonna do this one for you because I know you'll recognize this. Uh, this was the first song that Alabama had as a number one hit when their very first connection. What Kicks Brooks and Ronnie Dunn. It's called A Brand New Man. It uses three chords, guys. That same G, C, and D that I just showed y'all. The only difference is this time the C, it's a C add 9. If I can make it like this. I saw the light, I've been baptized by the flame of your touch, and back to you see that fire in your eyes. Born in love again, I'm a brand new man. Back to you C add 9. C add 9, D, and G. You can play that whole song with those three chords. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is, bingo, brand new man. Wow, you're very fortunate, man. I never saw him at the fairgrounds. Now, I probably missed my boat. I did see, what was that a boy back in the days? Michael Montgomery. I saw him there at the fairgrounds out there off of Schillinger Road. Yeah. Was it John Michael Montgomery? I saw him at the fairgrounds. I got to see a lot of artists down at the auditorium, though. I saw Jerry Reed there. I actually got to talk to him. What is that other guy, Eddie Raven, the one that does Midnight Headlight Hitting on a Rainy Night, Who's Driving My Life Away? I think it's Eddie Raven. Lee Greenwood, Hank Williams Jr., Roy Clark, and I even seen Gary Puckett, not in Mobile, but up in Birmingham there, and a group that you guys probably ain't never heard of. They did a song called Under the Boardwalk. Under the boardwalk, down by the sea, under the boardwalk. I'm trying to remember their name. Can we donate you anywhere? Not yet. Got any links? Not yet. I'm gonna be working on them though, cause y'all can get me some strings. Eddie Rabbit, not Eddie Raven. Eddie Raven did. What was that song he did? I'm eating right, I'm living good, doing all the things I said I was. The Drifters, bingo. Yes, you're correct. Hell, yeah, I know your stomping grounds because I live there, guys, and the Bradley boys there. Wow, that's cool. I want to let you guys know something here that while this young man's in Mobile's on, there's a fantastically talented brother group duo down in Mobile. They're called the Bradley Brothers. One of them named Chord, the little short, dumpy fellow with the overalls and the glasses. And you see him out there sitting on a John boat and his brother. They open up for Shenandoah, March something. They will be opening March. They probably already did. What's the date? March 10th. They probably already opened up. They opened up for Shenandoah there in Mobile. Yeah. I know about Robertsdale too, man. Got some, that's on the way to Gulf Shores. Wow. Trombone Shorty. No, I never saw Trombone Shorty, I don't think. But even Mobile, I'll tell you something I bet you don't remember. Peanut Man over there on Government Street by the cannon. That's how far I go back, guys. Hello, England. You don't like me? Hello from England. Is that a song or is that a statement? Nah, yeah, I'm sure I like it. Probably get along all right. Who knows? Yeah, but anyway, welcome England. Thank you for stopping in. And I'll apologize up my English to start with, cause you Brits, y'all really. I mean, yeah, I can't even understand y'all. Jimmy Dormeyer, he's my neighbor and a friend of mine. He plays lead guitar for the Outlaws and Blackhawk. Wow, that's cool, guys. Uh, if you're from Mobile, I'm not gonna make this a two-way conversation, but I will tell you this, young man or lady, whoever this Maxwell, if that's your man or whoever. Y'all ever heard of a little place down on off Government Street called Little Turf? There's a little dive down there between you go Royal Government back in there off Government. I used to play down there in that club occasionally with a group that played there on the weekends, and that's where any band playing they let me sit in every now and then. Uh, no, I can't say six that. Well, I appreciate that, Leroy. I really do. And guys, while you're here, uh, if you guys are here and y'all have a YouTube channel, I would encourage you to bring it out now. And guys, maybe y'all want to check out their channel. I'm not assuming all you guys are small creators, but I am, and mostly, generally small creators are the ones that follow one another. And I would encourage you to consider checking out their channels. I subscribe to any of my fine of you guys that subscribe to me that I can relate to music wise or something. I don't subscribe just for the sake of subscribing because if you never go back and visit the channel, that's only a number on your account. What gives you credit is watch time. So maybe you'll find another channel that has an interest like yours. Like anybody that plays music, I'll follow. I was up past midnight last night listening to a fellow out of Alaska because he's one of my followers and his son is. And speaking of that, I want to go ahead and give him a shout out now. And I want to encourage y'all to look him up. His name is Salty Alaskan. That's his handle on YouTube, Salty Alaskan 79. Now, if you're into rock and all that stuff, heavy metal, uh, Pink Floyd, all that stuff, he can play it. He's got an old acoustic guitar, and he don't read music. He just learned how to read tabs, and he's amazing. And I understand why his kid says, my dad's fire on the guitar. It's a family kind of thing, man. So you guys ought to consider checking it out. All right, well, Leroy, I'll try to work on that. My name's Clyde. It's on my YouTube channel down there. It says Clyde Lampley Three Chord Country. You don't have to read music, guys. I'm trying. I mean, I took about a year's worth of piano back in the late '60s, fellas. But you don't have to read music to play music. Uh, I'm gonna tell you that lead guitar player for the Little Turf down there in Mobile. His name was Sonny Taylor. He is deceased now. But if any of you guys are old and ever been around the turf down there, you probably heard of it. They called him Bear. The guy was about 280 or 300 pounds, 6'3". He was one of them Indians out of what's that little county next door to us up there. And but that boy could play a guitar. I mean, he could make it sing. And his little fingers bigger than my thumb. I don't know how he did it, but awesome. Wow, 46 years, Max. Well, that is cool. Now, I quit after a year because I got ribbed by the guys on the football team, and I gave in to peer pressure. I regret it now, but back then it seemed like the right thing to do. Uh, when you're 12 and 14, you're pretty impressionable. Anyhow, uh, I admire you. You got to be a virtuoso after 46 years. I'll tell you, my favorite pianist though was Liberace. Now, when I was a kid, he had a TV show on. I couldn't wait to sit in. I think he come on after the Long Ranger, or it might have been at one point. I had to make a decision between him and the Lone Ranger because they might have had But Liberace, yeah. And of course, there's a lot of Jerry, Mickey Gilley, Jerry Lee Lewis, and what's that other boy? The pastor down there. Those three, they're awesome guitar pianists. Yeah, Mickey Gilley, if you're talking about him, Jimmy Swagger, that's who I was trying to say. Think of Jimmy. Anyhow, Overlooked in Orchid is one Gilley did. It's on my channel, the guitar version, because I don't have no piano. I probably couldn't play that if I did. I never got past C major. I flunked my recital. I was learning my C chords, and my recital was Halls of Montezuma, and I flunked it because I didn't do it. I just didn't practice good enough, and I just decided I wouldn't do it. And this is after a year, fellas. Yeah. All right, enough about my beer stuff about my music. Any other questions or comments, fellas, please bring them up because that's what I'm here for. Your watch time is very much appreciated on my channel, and I want to make it worth your while. If you have any questions, please ask. Anything at all. Nick Gilley was Jerry Lee. Yeah, they were cousins. So was Jimmy Swaggart. Yeah, all three of them were cousins there, fellas. Uh, I actually saw Jerry Lee Lewis, I believe. I think he came to Mobile one time, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember, guys. It's been so many years ago. Um, but I do remember Hank Williams Jr. coming because he was lit. He got lit during, he was swaggering around on stool. We told the band go away, a guy out there with his flat top. And actually, believe it or not, people think they sound better when they drink. They may to the folks that are drinking out in the audience, but if you're listening to someone who's drinking, they don't necessarily sound better. Yeah. Yeah. Any 246, what is that? Okay, 246. Okay, let me try that. Second string, you mean from the down here, the B string, or up here? Which one do you mean? Bottom? That's confusing to start with, guys. This is considered the high strings, and up here is the low, and this is considered the top, and this is considered the bottom. Well, that confused me already, because to me, that's top and that's bottom. But anyway, 246. 246, 64. I don't know what that is. More than words. No, I don't know the chord progression for that. Thank you for asking, though. Yeah, with stage 4. Bless your heart, brother. Bless your heart. C major 9, that's my favorite chord. Now, look, maybe you can help me out with this. You mean, when you're talking about a 9, do you mean add the pinky down here on the E string? Is that a 9, guys? I don't know all my 7ths and 9ths like I should. I'm in the process of learning the cage and the inversions for the triads now myself. But I think that's a C9. Yeah, me too. It confuses me. Yeah. Hello, Massey. Thank you for stopping in here. I appreciate it, fellas. Yeah, and guys, y'all, yeah. Yes. Yeah. God bless all you fellows. God bless you guys. And fellows, in this vein, if you don't mind, I want you to know something. One of my very first subscribers way back on. I mean, I had 23 viewers, fellows. It took me several months to get 23 viewers. But one of them sent me a comment. He said he was recovering from cancer, and now he's battling a heart disease, heart trouble. And that watching my videos helped him take his mind off of stuff. And guys, that's worth more than 1,000 subscribers to me. That really motivated me to keep going. Uh, and so for you guys that do have health issues, I want to say God bless you, and I certainly will keep you guys in my prayers. Uh, our health is indeed our wealth. It's not money, fellas. It's your health. Yes. Anyway, fellas, those are facts for sure. Now, uh, so you guys, y'all take care and do everything you can to enjoy every moment you have. That's what life is about. It's about now. And he wants a little free bird. Now, I play free bird with E, G, and A guys. And I'm sure there's probably some more chords to it or other versions, but I don't know them. I finally there tomorrow. Would you even know I came? I'm as free as a bird now. And this bird you cannot change. If you got an electric guitar, you can get into it. Yeah, like that. Wow. Yeah, bless your heart, Dingo. Kids can be rough. Yeah. 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 Yeah, guys, kids can be rough, and unfortunately, adults can be rough. And I appreciate all you guys here being kind to one another. And this is what this channel's about, supporting one another and lifting one another up. Now, it's about music, but it's more about chords, guys. It's about a community. And hopefully you guys will, find some emotional support or comfort amongst your fellow human beings here. And guys, that really makes me proud I even done this. And I appreciate it. Can I ask you a question? When you palm mute, do you press? Here's what I do. I really don't. Yeah, I don't palm mute because this little guitar and I got these long hands. I just take my fingers off the chords, like they call. I'll show you. I just muffle it. I'll show you with Sweet Caroline. That's what I do. I just take my fingers on off the chord. Wow. Wow. Yeah. A furry. That's okay too. I thought it was electric. I have lots of fur babies too. Love to you and yourself, CCTWOs. Yeah, fellas. Palm mute used the right side of my picking. Yeah, now I got a bigger guitar. I can do that sometime, but mostly, I just take my hand off the chord. Like, the lightning, what they call that when you start to learn out the blues, that lightning shuffle thing. How you mute it with that's the way I mute because it's just easier for me. Yeah, and everybody's different, with their picking style, and however it works for you, fellas, that's what you do. Yeah, and palm muting is an important part of playing. And y'all see my palm right now; I got it laying on here, but it'd be kind of hard for me to pick and do that, so I do the chords. Use the base of your palm and let it rest on the strings. Yeah, there we go. Y'all see what I'm doing right now? But I pick with my fingers, so that's hard for me. I don't. It's just a hard thing to get used to. I probably need practice on that. I just like I said, I just take my fingers off the chord. But palm muting is definitely a skill you need to learn, and I need to work on it. Yeah. Any other comments or questions, fellas? Thanks for bringing that up. That's what this is about. Guys, if y'all have any questions, we got some guitarists in here. Y'all ask them. If I don't know it, I'm sure they'll know it. Yeah, that's my girlfriend's family rules. It ain't mine, but they're universal, guys. Families first, love your family, and all that stuff. And the truth of it is, when it comes right down to it, we really don't have anything but family. Uh, if you sort it all out. It ain't cars, it ain't boats, it ain't Yamaha guitars. That's family. It ain't money, it ain't pursuit of wealth, it's family. Um, that's what's important. But anyhow, that's just, I'm drifting on. On and off most of my life, and then, yeah, love God first, then your family. You're correct, bingo, absolutely correct. Uh, more often than not, that's the only way I know how to answer it. I appreciate you guys asking. And I really appreciate you being here. Okay, connection is important. Yes, it is. Connection is important, guys. And, our attachments or connections or what, make, there's an old saying here, I don't know if it's the Bible, I think it's a Bible verse. Love gives everything value. Without love, nothing has value. Uh, if you don't have some kind of love or connection to something, then it's meaningless. I don't love these keys, so they really don't mean anything to me. I mean, I don't have any. It's a meaningless thing if you don't have some kind of connection. Now it happens. This opens a lock, so it's kind of important, but not big. Yeah, but connections are important, guys. Yeah. Any other questions or comments, guys? And it ain't necessarily got to be about music, because it always ain't all about music. In fact, most people go to music because they have trouble dealing with other things, coping and whatever, taking their mind off problems or whatever. And that's way on better than turn to alcohol or drugs, in my humble opinion. Anyhow, guys, please feel free to put comments there. I appreciate it. You've been so kind to be here. I want to ask you guys to please consider commenting, liking, or disliking the video. That will help the YouTube algorithm. Are you in a band? No, Pepsi, I ain't no band if you're talking to me. No, we ain't got no bands down here. I sit around and listen to, the neighborhood. Down where I live, we ain't got no clubs, that kind of stuff. Uh, I play guitar and violin and bass. Yeah, you talk. Oh, guys, we got a violin player in here. So we got a lot of talent in here. Any of you guys have questions about music, this would be a good time to ask them. Uh, I'm afraid to ask questions. I'm working on inverted triads, guys, and I hate them things. Hey, Ook, guys, Ook's here. This is the moderator for the channel. He's been doing this for about a month now voluntarily, and we're on the opposite sides of the world. I don't know why he's been so good to me. But y'all make his job easy so we won't have any problems. I appreciate that. I'm from Alabama. Get some fiddle going. Well, you get out the fiddle and you get down the bow. Louisiana for Saturday night. I think I could play that on guitar if I knew the chords. Cajun music. Now, I got some Cajun music on my channel. What is that? Seminole Winds by is that John Anderson? Blow, blow, Seminole winds, blow like you're never gonna blow again. That kind of stuff. Yeah. Yeah, we definitely are on opposite sides of the world. I found that out last night. Like I told you, Luke, I was listening to a fella from Canada who wanted to do a live stream, and it was 12:30 midnight my time here, 12:30 a.m. in the morning. I hung with him as long as I could. I had to call the dogs there, but yeah, Irish. Top of the morning to you there, laddie. Acoustic and steel string guitar. Wow. Pepsi. That's so cool. Yeah, guys. And if y'all have channels and you have a YouTube channel, please put it out here so that other guys might be able to go to it. I will certainly, and I do, and I have gone to you guys' channels that I see that has a channel. Could you play something by David Allen Cole, you mean? Uh, I did an Alan Jackson piece called Midnight in Montgomery, and I think he did one about Stranger, uh, um, a stranger in Cadillac, and half drunk and hollow eyed, pulled upside me, and it'll give you a ride. I don't know that chord progression, but I did do, I did do the Alan Jackson Midnight in Montgomery, and they both have this one thing in common, guys. They start off in a D minor. If I can get it going. That kind of thing. I'm sorry, I can't play it right now. It's about the ghost of Hank Williams. Yeah, yeah, it is. Bingo. Was he ever really there? Yeah. Midnight in Montgomery. Now I broke that down on my channel, fellas. I don't remember the chords right now. I think it's C, A7, F. I don't remember the chords, fellas. I'm gonna be honest with you. I learned them. To me, it's like sawing lumber. You know, you run it through the sawmill and move on with it. Not that it's, if I want to memorize it, if it meant something to me, I'd worth remembering, I might. But I'm like y'all. I go look at the tabs if I want to play a song. Yeah, a Jim Dandy. Jim Dandy to the rescue. What is a Jim Dandy? Is that a guitar? What is a Jim Dandy? Mercy me, guys. I had a fellow the other day tell me he was going to get on his jumper. I finally figured out how he meant he's going to get on his jacket. But, a lot of this stuff, I don't know. Do you stream every day? If I get a chance, I do, yes. It depends on the internet stuff. Guys, I'm in Zamboanga del Norte, way down here, and the internet sucks, period. It just sucks. Even in the cities, big cities, it's not great. Uh, so it depends on whether we have power outages, the internet's holding up, the dogs ain't barking, roosters ain't fighting outside. We got roosters, dogs here, and everybody got a motorcycle. So it's just a lot of factors, but I try to, yes. Yeah, you get you some rest there, Ruth. Get you some rest. Thank you so much for being here. And God be with you and Godspeed to you. I have chicken and one roosters. Yeah. Down here in the Philippines, everybody's got a rooster, seem like. And they crow all night and the dogs bark all night. It's like at nighttime, this town belongs to the dogs, this little village here. They're fighting over their turf. I don't know what they're fighting over. Even my little Chaco out there, he keeps me up most of the night. In the south over here too. Yeah, yeah. The guys, I love me chickens. My grandma had chickens when I was a little boy. I'd go out there and she showed me how to get the eggs out and tell me to be careful, wait for the hen to leave so she wouldn't peck me. Yeah, I love chickens. My mama had chickens, but down here it's ridiculous, guys. Every house has got a rooster chained to the porch. Yeah. What brought me to the Philippines? Retirement, lack of purpose in America. I retired and my kids were grown. Ex-wife skint me up and she died, and so after she skint me up, I had to go back to work a couple of years to save up some money. And cost of living, just a myriad of things, but mainly purpose. Uh, over here, this family, they kind of adopted me. Uh, we just graduated. We are in the process right now of graduating one of her, and it's really not her daughter, but she adopted this girl, and she's fixing to graduate here on the 21st, I think it is, in hotel management from a 4-year program down here. To help help these kids along, give them a shot, and it gives me something to do. So I'm real proud of that. That's basically why I'm here. Wow, thank you. Uh, in fact, guys, I want y'all to know, I didn't put the pictures up there, but I might put some. I don't know if I should. But we went down. I was off here yesterday most of the day because this about a half day's trip there and a half day's trip back just to get where she was. So we went down there to carry out to dinner or lunch, and bought her some groceries to give her allowance. You know, her family lives in the mountain and they're very poor. They don't have money. I ain't even sure she's got a mama there. I don't ever hear talk about her. But anyhow, she's been here several years, so we went down there and got her some stuff, and my girlfriend here is going to what's that place over yonder, Hong Kong, here in a few days with her daughter. So we had to go earlier. We can't attend the graduation down there, and I could probably go down there, but they don't let me wander out at night, guys. I'm legally blind. I have low vision. Uh, I don't tell you that a lot unless you say something about you're not paying attention to my comments. It's very hard for me to read. Yeah. And just so you know, this guy's blindness does not mean you cannot see anything. There are varying degrees of visual impairment. And actually, I could draw disability on it, but I chose my retirement because my retirement was more than a disability option. Yeah. So what were we saying? Good night, guys. Bingo, good night to you there, girl. You stay safe and peace out till next time. A 19th Gretsch. Oh my, oh, that's what you mean by Jim Dandy. Wow, Gretsch. Now Gretsch is a beautiful guitars. Buddy of mine bought one. I think he paid about $2,000 for it back in the '80s, '90s. I think it was. Electric, hollow body. Them things are awesome. They're just great sounding guitars. Hey, I'm back from yesterday. What? What? Welcome back. Thank you. They're gonna figure out before this is over you a girl, bingo, I guarantee you. Anyhow, fellas, if you have any questions about anything, please ask. You got to pick up on your Gretsch, huh? Wow, that's cool. Thank you. I appreciate you keeping your promise. That's all. That's a hard thing to do. What's your question, man? Okay, is that a question or a statement? And first of all, Dwayne Eddy, I don't even know what that is. I know what the Gretsch is, because I've had the opportunity to play one. And you're 12. Wow, you're gonna be another Stevie Ray Vaughan or Joe Bonamassa. 12. Huh? Wow, that's cool. Guys, I gotta get my coffee. I need a shot of something to keep me going. I'm not really motivated without coffee. We talking more acoustic, yeah. Anyway, fellas, please consider liking, subscribing to the channel if you hadn't. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. Hopefully, maybe watch some of the videos on my channel. I guarantee you, I got a bunch of them. You better get that coffee, John. You got to have that stuff. That's liquid petrol to me. Part of my addictive nature. I grew up drinking coffee. Mama put one in that little old. Back in them days, we didn't even have a strainer. She just poured the coffee grounds in there and boiled it. And maybe later on put an eggshell in there to kind of let the ground settle or soften it up. But we drank that stuff all day long. By the evening, that stuff was strong as new rope. I'm telling you, it was tough. So I got addicted to that stuff early on. Yeah, I appreciate it, Pete. Thank you. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, some of them are better than others, and some of them ain't worth a crap, probably, if I compare it to some other tutorials. I'm being honest with you. I'm trying to learn how to do this and do it better. But I do have about almost 700 videos up there. A French press. Oh, wow. That make them little T90 cups of coffee or something. I don't know what them is. Like they drink down there in South America, them little shots. Cappuccino, is that what they call it? Or espresso? Espresso, yeah. Thank you, Beat, for coming in. You have a great day or night there too, and stay safe. Thank you so much. Fellas, any other comments or questions? Y'all please ask them while you're here. This is what it's about. Uh, please. Yeah, it may be the simplest way. I don't know. I just down here where I'm at, they got everything in these sachet packs. Uh, you just tear the pack open and it's instant. Hard to get real good coffee down here without going to a lot of trouble. So so I just drank whatever they got, but I drank a lot of it. Yeah. Uh, I want to show y'all a little bit because this is a educational channel. Ain't nobody talking about nothing, so I'm gonna show you this. It's a basic E minor triad. Now this is a D minor triad, okay? But if you take this D minor here, you slide it up here. Now guess what I got? I got an E minor triad. Let me do it again. And if I take it up, I think it's the seventh fret. I think the seventh fret A shape is another inversion of that. And that's the kind of stuff I'm trying to learn to identify and learn, first step of inversion, second step. All that really means, guys, is you got a root, third, and a fifth in a chord, okay? And when you do an inversion, generally your root is in your, what they call it, Dorian mode. But when you do an inversion, your third is the first chord, or your fifth. And those are really, they're still the same three chords. You see, you're turning them down, you're playing your root chord, maybe your fifth chord in the chord, and your root chord may be on the bottom. So I'm trying to learn all that stuff, which is not necessary to play, guys. I'm just talking about this because that's what this channel's about. If you want to learn that stuff, I got a little bit about triads, majors, and minors on my channel, what I understand of it. When's my birthday? My birthday is in April. Can you make an open A chord? Yeah, sure. There's a couple ways to make A chords, guys. Like this. Okay, that's one A. That's another A. And actually lift that finger off, it's an A7. You take that bottom finger off, you got some kind of A sus2 or something. And you can actually, that's a chord. And dropping this down right here's a chord. And the E minor is right up here. So the A shape is a very important first chord to learn. Marion Robert Morrison. Well, hello, Marion Robert Morrison. Thank you for being here. Whoever that is, I don't know Marion Robert Morrison either, but I hope you don't hold that against me. I ain't supposed to know you. Or Mary Robinson either. Okay. Any questions or comments, guys? John Wayne. Now, if you add third fret, first string, you got A7 correct, like this. This is what he's talking about, guys. You mean this one? That's an A7 too. Now this is, that's what you're talking about. A7, and this is an A7. There are a lot of different variations of this A7. Just like this C, you got 6 strings, you should be able to make 6 C chords, 6 majors, 6 A's, 6 B's, 6 D's, 6 C's, etc. And then you've got your minors, and those really mean flattening the third in the root. That kind of stuff is a little more advanced stuff that I am learning more in depth now myself. I know it from my little, piano stuff, but I'm trying to learn it in depth now. But don't get turned off by this, guys. You don't have to know this stuff to play basic music. For those of you that like this kind of stuff, yeah, it helps us play better, or, have more options is a better word. Oh, you mean Mary Robert Morrison? Yeah. Knee guards. Knee guards. I don't know what you mean. Well, And you can move that up. Yes, you can. I'll show y'all this, guys, while we're talking, because it looks like this man is serious about these chords. Uh, Young man, you tell me, correct me if you need to here on this. Look, you can use this one shape he was talking about right here, guys. You can find all your minor keys, and with two fingers, you can find all your major keys using a simple triad. A triad means three strings, three chords, or three strings, which make up a chord. Now, you have to know that this string here, you have to know your notes. You have to know that's an F, that's a F sharp, G on down to, etc. But that's very basic. I mean, if you say ABC, you can learn that. Once you know that, then you know it, absolutely that's an F, then and this shape will give you an F minor. Slide it up 1/2 step. Now what have you got? You got an F sharp minor. That's the same chord. Or another voicing of this chord, you can make it a couple ways. You can make it like this, or you can make it like this, or like that. One finger though, guys. Now, what is that? Third fret's the G. That's the G minor. G sharp minor, A minor. On down the thing. And your majors, guys, are just this. Two strings, one little fret. That's F, F sharp, G. Now, listen to your G there. Triad. And there's your G chord. So, basic triads, that help you get around the fretboard, guys, quick. And professionals use this a lot because they know, and not only do they know these basic triads, they know inversions of these triads to give them different voicings. And again, that's more you get into deeper theory there. My Fender has 12, wow. Yeah, 21 frets. Wow. Man, you ought to be able to get down way on down there then. God, if I ever had anything I fret past the 5th fret, it took me. Actually, I can. I could, even with this thing messed up, I can fret it. But I don't make a habit of it. I go down here and make, like I use this for an A chord instead of trying to fret this up here because this E string cuts my finger down here because it sets so high off. Even turn it sideways, it gives me grief. So I do this or a triad. Now, another little hint about these triads if you are just now starting to play. If you're playing with a buddy and he's playing, what is this? That is what key are we in, A? If he's playing an A chord down here with this kind of voice and then you playing this one, there's a fancy word for this called picking. They call it arpeggiating. But you can use that and it's going to give it a different voicing than what your A would down here. You learn this kind of stuff, guys, basic stuff. I have flat wound. I don't want to say it because I know the craving you have for it. What are you talking about? Cornbread? Say it. Hey. Whatever it is, yeah. Anyway, guys, yeah. Ook is okay. Now, if it's a cigarette, I'm going to tell you what really got me. The guy that I was following last night on live happens to be a smoker. And I sit there an hour or so watching him smoke. Wow, it was tough. Anyhow, fellas, any other questions or comments, please ask them while you're here. Very much appreciated. And any more stuff about music, if you have a question, ask it. If I don't know it, I'm sure one of the guys here do know it. Yeah. Need lighter strings? Yeah, guys, lighter strings okay. But lighter strings take away Now the Yamaha I got has light gauge strings on it. But when you go do some hard strumming, I have to be careful not to do heavy strumming because it kind of takes away from the light strings. Just don't take the beating like a medium gauge would. Of course, certain guitars are not meant to be played with heavier gauge strings, really, unless they got bracing in their neck specifically for that. But yeah, yeah, man. I went to see Jimmy Buffett at Troy State University, and the Ohio players were there. The ones fire, don't don't down 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 down. And I ended up that this was a college party, guys, at Troy State University there in Troy. And Jimmy Buffett did a song called "Why Don't We Get Drunk and Screw Babe?" And all them gals, whoo, boy, they went crazy. I mean, you want to talk about feeling like you're in heaven. Try being around, an auditorium full of girls hollering and you have to the top of their lungs when he starts talking about screwing. That make a man feel good. How can you not feel good? Then Ohio players, fire, boom, boom, boom. I think this league. That one. Boom, bam, bam, bam. Do you play? Yeah, sure I do if I can. Wow. Lou's Restaurant. That's down in Miami or somewhere down there, ain't it? Wow, that is so cool. Yeah, he's a legend, no doubt. I saw Black Sabbath. Wow, and Van Halen. Oh man, you really did get to see some big bands. I never got to go no. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, okay, that's Luke. Yeah, fellas. Uh, that's pretty cool. Now I went to one concert that I didn't know. I didn't know. I never heard of. They were called the Blackberries, and went to see them in Montgomery. It was a rock group back in the days. I think the Raspberries. Uh, that's about as heavy as it got for me. I did get to see Gary Puckett in concert. That wasn't a band, but to me that was a thrill. I've always admired him, the way that he's got such command over his tonal range. And Tom Jones, I love those. I love that. Uh, I don't know how you describe it. Type, voice. Anyhow, what what did I move my phone? I don't want to miss any chats. Uh, I'm only 10 in New Zealand. Managed to see Chris Cornell, 100 L. Okay. Wow. Leonard Skinner. Wow. Yeah, you guys have got to see some good guitar players and good concerts. That's cool. Here we go for Leonard Skinner. That's Sweet Home Alabama. What do you do, Simple Man? What is that? Mama told me, come sit beside me, my only son. Something like that. Judas Priest, wow. Okay, you guys are heavy. Y'all heavy in some big bands there. Wow. Yeah, I never got to see a whole lot of rock groups. The Ohio Players was probably the heaviest rock group I ever seen. Uh, yeah, that I can remember. Yeah, that was probably it. That's cool, CC. Cool. Uh, if you got a YouTube channel, uh, y'all put some of your videos up or go live some, guys. I'd love to follow y'all, see y'all play. Uh, I definitely would do that. I really don't know. I was born with a guitar around me. Uh, it's in my family. Fresno, California, and I saw 50 bands. Wow. Cold Rush, you got blessed. Yeah, wow. Uh, Mostly off, but I've been around a guitar all my life. Uh, when I was 2, I was plunking on my, I don't know whose guitar it was. I think my old man's when he left my mama. I don't know. But it was there at the house, so I was plucking on it. Couldn't pick it up, but I was plucking on it. When I got 12, I started getting a little serious about trying to make chords and on and off. Anyway, fellas, uh, what I want you guys to understand, some of you guys are probably way on better than me. Errol Smith, wow, and Rick Derringer. You started when you were 2, wow. I don't doubt that. I mean, you can start sing something. Oh my Lord, are you sure? You be careful what you ask for, you might get it. Let me see. I can't be loud around here, guys, because it's bedtime over here. My girlfriend's done laid down, and the dogs are quiet. So I don't want to stir them up. That sound all right to you guys, or does that sound flat? I'm scared to adjust them. I'm afraid I'll bust a string. Sounds flat to me. All right. Thank you. And they probably are still flat, guys. These strings are dead. I don't replace them till they break. I've got so many guitars around here, it's hard to keep strings for them all. And I seem to consistently break B strings. Why me, Lord? What have I ever done to deserve even one of the pleasures I've known? Maybe, Lord, I chose someone else. What I've been through myself on my way back to you. Lord, help me, Jesus. I wasted it, so help me, Jesus. I know what I am. And that goes on and on, guys. I play old country stuff, guys. I know that by heart. I I've been lately. I've learned the Sultans to swing in open position, so I don't cut my fingers down here trying to make a D minor. I just make my D minor up here like this, like that. You can play it D minor, C, B, B flat. Stuff like that, guys. Anyhow, thank you guys for asking for the songs. Howling Wolf. I don't even know any of this stuff, Terry. Uh, I'll show y'all. I do this in all the lives because it's the easy song to remember. I'll show you this. Uh, you make your C add 9 or C7 rather. I don't know if y'all can see that. Anyway, you make your C and you slide it up here to the 5th fret. Specifically, you slide into for the 4th to the 5th. And it gives it that little Mississippi vibe, Delta. Into your A, I make it with a, F shape. To your B. That's it. Old Billy Joe, I think that was. Any other licks you guys want to know the chords to, or uh, if you know some licks, y'all show me the chords, I'll try to play them. I don't have any electronics behind me to pull up tabs. I got a broke down flower pot, plastic at that. So, if I don't know it and you guys don't tell me, I can't do it. Hey, it's going all right, man. I hope you're doing all right there too. I'm working my corner again tonight. Fleetwood Mac. Who's that girl that sang with Fleetwood Mac? What was her name again? That was the girl that sang with them, wasn't it? What was her name? It seems to me I tried to learn one of their songs, but I don't remember it. Because I can't remember the girl's name. There was a girl that sang with Fleetwood Mac, wasn't it? Y'all please tell me there was. I was tripping. What happened to my coffee? You want some here? Yeah. Stevie Nicks. Yes, you're correct. It was Stevie Nicks. And no, I can't rightly say as I can remember one of their songs right now, but I do remember thinking I could because I heard Stevie Nicks sing something. Well, guys, y'all look, I'm an old dude. I'm lucky I can remember to get up. Yeah. Anyhow, thank you for asking. If you know some chord progressions, I might could play it. If it ain't super, 160 beats a minute or something, I might be able to. Yeah, guys. If you just tuned in, fellas, my channel's about doing basic guitar tutorial stuff for beginners and older players like me that, might have stopped playing or have a hard time because of, your hands or arthritis or you can't make your fingers work for you. Stevie Nicks is right. Yeah, thank you, Stevie Nicks. Um, and so that's, what my channel's about. 64. You know how to play Batman. Da 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 da. I could pick it out if I had about a half a day. Da 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 da. No, I guess I don't, but I could probably pick it out. No, Batman. play a bit of a sing, bit of a bit of a finger. I don't know that, guys. I'm sorry at this point, you fellas. I'm striking out here. A lot of this stuff I don't know. I'm like y'all. If I asked you to play a song by Merle Haggard, you probably wouldn't know what I was talking about, unless you happen to know Merle Haggard stuff. A lot of these songs I don't know. Pink Floyd. No, is that Coal Rush? I don't, but there's a fellow named Salty Alaskan uh, 79. Yeah, Salty Alaskan 79. He follows my channel, him and his son do. The man is an awesome guitarist. He just, he's like the rest of us, make work out in his life or whatever. He can't read music. He doesn't know formal music training, but the guy reads tabs like you would not believe, and he's been playing 30 some odd years. So if you like Pink Floyd, Black Sabbath, and AC/DC, and whoever else, he can play it. I encourage you guys to check him out and help his channel grow. It's very hard starting off here on YouTube because it's hard. Old country gospel song. I can do that now. You watch Hee Haw. Okay, so you watch Roy Clark and Grandpa Jones and Buck Owens. Yeah. Here's no gospel song for you. Where could I go? Oh, where could I go? Where could I go but too long? Needing a friend to help me again. Where could I go too long? I can't remember all the other words to it, but a lot of old country music, stuff y'all ain't never heard of, probably gospel. When the trumpet of the Lord shall sound and time will be no more. Morning breaks eternal bright and fair. When the saved on earth will gather over on the other shore. Roll is called up yonder, I'll be there. Yeah, that kind of stuff. Anyhow, and specifically a country gospel song would be Why Me Lord by Chris Christopherson and that girl that wrote it with him, that lady. And I think that would be a country gospel. Or I Saw the Light by Hank Williams. I consider that actually a country gospel. Why me, Lord? What have I ever done? Deserve even one of the pleasures I've known. Help me, Lord, I can show someone else what I've been through myself on my way back to you. Lord, help me, Jesus. I gotta find the key for that. Lord, help me, Jesus. I wasted so. Help me, Jesus. I know what I am. Something like that. That's the CG&D song. No, I don't know any Ozzy stuff. Thank you. I probably need to learn all the chords. I'm going to get to sleep. Thank you, Cole Rush, for stopping in. You have a good night there and stay safe. Appreciate your time here. You've been awesome. Thank you. Peace out there to you, brother. Fellas, I appreciate each and every one of you being here and taking your time. I just hope you'll consider looking at my videos if you want to learn a song, because that's where I get credit on YouTube for watch time. I got everything from country to rock and roll, and uh, obviously not everything or everyone, but I've got a good variety from even Fats Domino all the way up to, what's that group now? Sting or Journey, those kinds of groups. I got some of their stuff on my channel. Somebody asked for Stairway to Heaven. I have that on my channel where I did a video on how to play it. And that thing by David Gates called Bread, it would picture paints 1,000 words. I think that's the fearless. If I can find, I missed it, but it starts on the E to G. My Lord. Now the trick to this is going from that chord to this chord here. And the way you should do it is position your fingers to use this pinky right here to play the D, like this. And that way you automatically reach. But for some reason, my pinky won't want to do that, so I have to make an extra stretch. I missed it again, boys. Dear God. Now, I hope you guys didn't pay to come in here. Anyway, it's in there. Yeah. And I think I played it better on the tutorial, guys. I don't remember it. To me, it's just like cutting wood. It's gone. It's like running a piece of wood through a saw, on to the next one, cutting off the end of a 2x4 or something. Not because the song ain't beautiful. It's just not something I want to commit to my noggin. So, anyhow, but I did do a video on it for you. I hope you guys will consider watching it if you want to know the actual chord progression. Any other comments or questions while you're here? You guys have been great, and I appreciate you being here. So if you have any, please ask me. If not, I guess I need to call the dogs here. Let you guys get on to something more useful to you. All right, it looks like we don't have any other questions. So fellas, thank you again so much. I put that guy to sleep. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna take that as a plus. I didn't run my dogs off. If I don't run you off, then I'll call that all right. Sleep, I'll take it. And now, fellas, peace out from 3 Chord Country. Till next time, all you guys stay safe and God bless you all.